when you know each and every dose of more. Even the plane in the air, remember them this morning, blessed Lord. Father, those that cannot help themselves, Father, the sick and afflicted one, Jah, you cut in and give them a pit down below. Remember each and every one of your children, Lord. We are your sheep in the pasture, you know each and every one of them by their different voices this morning, Lord. Remember us, Lord. Take us in charge if thou peace, so please. Those on the hospital bed, those preparing themselves for the operation table, those in childbirth asking for safe deliverance for each and every one of them. Remember, Mr. Andre, I bring before you this hour, Lord. Remember that son, Lord. Thank you for life and for mercy for him, health and for strength this hour, blessed Lord. The home you lend unto him pass by, keep it in the act of safety. Remember the spring of his body, Lord. Even those who are dwelling with them, remember them this morning, blessed Lord. Pass by the radio station this hour, blessed Lord. Look over it this hour. Take it in charge. Remember the folk and the bungling center and even the chancellor, the door, the entire of the gap, the surrounding of the yard. I bring it before you this morning. Remember Nabi, wherever she locate, guide and protect her, Brendan, this hour, all the other staff. I cannot name them one by one, but Master, you are acquainted to all your children. Remember them this morning. Pass by each and every one of them, not forgetting St. Vincent this morning. Father, thanking you for life and for mercy for them. Thanking you for those who go back in the home, and even thanking you for those who are in the shelter this hour, blessed Lord. Teach them to love and to unite and to understand each other. Teach them to make themselves happy this hour, blessed Jesus. Remember the Prime Minister. Remember all the other ministers I bring before you. Remember his village and his people this hour, Lord. Father, remember Pat, I cannot forget, Lord. Remember Pest this hour, Jesus. Pass by the home, my God and my King. You know each and everything concerning them. Not them alone, Lord, but remember all those who have to go back home and those under shelter this hour, Master. The entire force I bring before you, Jesus. Take it in charge if thou be so pleased, my God and my King. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in the green pasture. He leadeth me beside still water. He stirreth my soul. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk to the valley through the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. For thou art made thy rod and thy staff to comfort me. Thou prepare my table before me in the presence of my enemy. Thou anointest my head, all my cup and over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our life, and we shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen and amen. Thank you, Lord.
Amen. Good morning. How are you?
Not too bad on you.
I'm okay.
All right. And what's about Nabi?
When did I speak to her? I chatted to her online yesterday.
Okay.
But no, she foot or thing. No.
But the foot is the mentioned part in the body, you know.
Mentioned part?
If you don't have foot, you can't go nowhere.
No, joke making. Go anyway. Take wheelchair. If you don't have voice, you can't speak.
No, but
if you don't have voice, you can't
the
speak.
voice important.
Right.
But if you have to move around.
Wheelchair.
Okay. So you get one give already?
No.
I know she can move around with wheelchair.
Well, young lady, you see, young people like that don't need wheelchair.
It's true.
Yeah, young people like that don't need wheelchair.
I'm telling you, simple as you is, you are your head, you know. simple, every time I don't see that. You are your head. How do you call your mother again?
Agnes.
Agnes didn't send you to school for nothing. You go to school and you take what the teacher and them.
Thank you very much.
Yes. You didn't waste your money.
No. You mad out, I get knocked down.
Well, yes, you didn't waste your money. She didn't great, but she's saying, yes, you take what I give it, what I want to give you, you take it in short. Yeah. Yes.
So you're good though. I see the girl this morning, the girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
early morning where you come out?
Down the road.
What?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm going to jump take to come.
All right, then take care.
All right.
All right,
Okay.
good.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, you want to expose my business, so where I come out this early morning. I just have laugh over a lot of things. I just do so, and there's some things that when no, I'm a very serious person, right? You know that I'm a very serious person, but there's sometimes you just gotta learn to laugh. Yeah, you don't know that? Yeah, man. Sometimes you just learn to just laugh things and just you just pass it off. What am I laughing? Sheldon sent me a circular number 54 of 2021, and it comes from the Chief Education Officer acting, Ministry for Education, yada 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 yada, and that's Mrs. Angela Findlay. All right, but yeah, and all about how come all to see me when I'm ready for all to see me. I have a kind of I don't know how when all you see the shirt, all you go, oh, wait, all you go see me in a minute. Don't worry, everything okay. Oh, by the way, I have a guest this morning. Yeah, I have a guest this morning. So she'll be joining us, not physically in studio, virtually, of course. So we'll make the most of that one this morning. Is this yeah, let it be a surprise to you, man. I'm not gonna tell you who it is. All right, so this circular speaks to the increase in acute respiratory infections. Well, I see that and I say, what? That is another kind of COVID again? Yeah. I start to tremble because if you've seen acute respiratory infections and it is from the Chief Education Officer in the Ministry of Education, that means it has to do with school children. So I panic. And I don't normally panic. No. I don't normally panic at all. But friends, your boy panic. And when your boy panic, you know, well, thing bad. Yeah, thing bad. Your boy panic. So I decided, well, let me just read the thing now. Read the thing. One thing saying, boy, Andre, read the thing and you'll understand what it is going on. So I read. Drumsticks are coming to you. Stay there 1 minute. I read. And it speaks to symptoms of the acute respiratory infections. These symptoms being fever, runny nose, congestion, sore throat, cough, and headache. And speak to the transmission of this acute respiratory infection is by droplets and touching of the nose and mouth or eyes with contaminated hands. I'm like, whoa, well, no, we dead. I don't know what. What they're talking about is the flu, you know. Yes. The flu. I mean, yes, I know we had to observe protocols, but they could have just say the flu. They didn't have to get it in big name like acute respiratory infection to kind of scare people like me and me who doesn't scare easy. Me who doesn't scare easy, you know. What happening to other people? People panicking and but you could have just say the flu. You understand? Just say, well, what? There's an increase in the flu, so we want you to do so and observe the protocols more, because if the flu could transmit like that, and it's the same process, you know, that how COVID does transmit, then what's going to happen is that, you know, we need to just curb it and keep it down. You know, as I say, Talpriya say, hold it down. You understand? But no. Instead of saying flu, like all of a sudden is big word, acute respiratory infections among children. Like really? I mean, yeah, I like the message. I think it's a good message, but you could have just said the flu. You know? Oh me, oh my. And the final paragraph, in this regard, the Ministry for Education, Human Resource Development, Religious Affairs, and Information, on the advice of the Ministry of Health, encourages all schools to ensure that staff and students continue to obey the public health protocols recommended for the prevention of the spread of respiratory diseases. Well, that last paragraph, you can just say, watch, observe the protocol, because you want to hold on that thing. But all these words, and well, they must just get me to just do so and just say what. Just write 3 lines and people understand that when you give people all this time, people taking too much time to read this thing when they have to say about the nation's children. Don't matter. No, Andrew will say something here. When you talk. Wait now, wait, Drumstick, she gone? Drummers, where you? I thought you called already now. I just looking towards the phone day, Drumsticks, and I realized, well, you ain't called. What going on? Oh, morning.
Hello, good morning.
What happening, girl?
Hi there.
Yeah, there.
Good morning to you. Good morning to Nabella. Good morning to the nation. A reading from the Word of God, Psalm 100. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all ye lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. Know ye that the Lord, he is God. It is he that made us, and we ourselves. Sorry, not ourselves. We are the people of the sheep. We are the people of the sheep of his pasture. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving. Give and into his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him and bless his holy name. For the Lord is good, and his mercy is everlasting, and the truth endureth to all generations. This is the end of the scripture reading.
Thank you, my dear. So what gives?
Hi there.
You sure?
Yep. Nabella, I don't hope you vexed me, you know.
Nabella vexed you?
I don't know. I tell you that.
What you do, Nabella? No, she had to vex you?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, you mean you expose your business? You don't expose it today for people to see? Yeah, business lap and cut. How them girls?
You all right?
Mm-hmm. What happening there, youth?
Are they?
Right?
Morning.
Morning to you too. What taking place?
Well, I'm going to get my hair done today and look pretty.
You on occasion?
Not really. Well, I work tomorrow, so I have to make myself look presentable.
No, man, you just like that, you're presentable already. You don't have to go and do things to present. Well, your name is not Alva. Yeah? Your name is not Alva. You just so you're presentable, don't worry. No,
Okay.
nobody can take your candle, don't worry that. Forget foreigners.
If it's one thing I know, that candle go light always.
Yeah, that candle had to light. Forget foreigners, don't worry that foreigner people are them, Look how they in trouble, but that is okay. Anyway, darling, have a nice day.
You too. Have a nice day.
You too, Jums, take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 17 minutes moving off to the 7 o'clock hour. Good morning. If you're viewing on Facebook, good morning to you. You're viewing on YouTube, top of the morning to you also. Let me see. Somebody's calling. Caller coming to you. Just want to check something here. I have listeners on Facebook, I have listeners on YouTube, and I also have on the website. Okay, good. So all 3 platforms have been engaged. Good morning.
Good morning.
Mom!
Good morning.
What say you?
I'm there holding on.
Mm-hmm.
My report is that I'm getting the background radio playing full, while your program is on.
What background radio, Mom?
Well, I mean, another radio station is on in the background.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's my little...
I don't know. I have not had any complaints about that. You're the first person to complain.
I've been having it for a long time now,
That is.
I can say...
Do you know which station it is?
Yes, it's a station behind it, and it's so loud. I mean, even though it is...
But do you know which radio station is coming out like that?
I
don't know?
Yeah, it's one of those, maybe, I don't know, but in the background,
Oh boy, that's not good.
It goes on, especially this time of the morning, and then it seems
to disappear maybe by probably 10 o'clock or thereabout.
Okay.
But in the meantime, even with the praying, from the beginning, from the time, I've switched on, it's continuing like that.
That is sad. But
Yeah.
I'll look into it.
Yes, I've been having it for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I said maybe it's my little old system, my old radio. Possible it could be mine that have the problem. But anyway, all that is expected, So go ahead, do your work for the day. Have a good day.
Thank you. You have a wonderful day also, Mom. Nice to hear from you. You see how I miss you?
Well, well, at least you could call, so you could say, because sometimes if you call, I'm there, but it's just I don't hear you. So I listen. I keep listening.
Okay. I will try my best to remember to call you.
Okay. All right. Thank you in advance.
All right. Take care.
Nice day. Take care. Okay.
All right. Great. Bye-bye. It's Real FM Radio. Good morning, friends. We've got the weather coming up, and that's going to be in a couple of ticks.
Where you walk? What you say?
In the meantime, enjoy this.
Ozone really gets it clean. Get with the Ozone family line of products. Ozone liquid laundry detergent. Perfect for your semi or fully automatic washing machines. Yet suitable for your hand wash. Soft on your hands. Ozone disinfectant cleaner. It's the most powerful disinfectant and cleaner with a long-lasting fresh scent. Tackles every job around the house or office. Ozone detergent powder and ultra soft fabric softener gets your clothes clean with a natural freshness. Keeps your colors bright. Choose from the wonderful scents: soft flower, ocean breeze, and the new aloe vera. Keep your kitchen sparkling clean with the Ozone dishwashing liquid, Ozone sponges, and cleaning cloth. Ozone toilet bowl cleaner removes lime scale and kills germs while giving your toilet a refreshing scent. Ozone really gets it clean. Marketed and distributed by Calico, Frequente St. George's, and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
21 minutes exactly after the 7 o'clock. Let's make contact with our good brother, Eugene Wint. Good morning, Eugene.
Good morning to you, Andre.
How you doing, man?
I'm good.
I haven't heard from you in a million years, bro. I see you give me up or you give up the Met Office, something like that.
I don't know, maybe that's how much shift is, I guess, right?
All right, then.
Yeah.
So tell us what's happening.
Yeah, good morning again to you, Andre, and good morning to your listeners. Here's the weather for today, Wednesday, the 12th of May. Currently at Point Slim, we're expecting cloudy conditions. Winds from the east-northeast at 70 miles per hour. Barometric pressure is 1014.6 millibars, which is above normal and rising. The present temperature is 25.6 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 86%. Yesterday's maximum temperature recorded was 29.9 degrees Celsius, and the minimum temperature last night was 23.4 degrees Celsius. For the past 24 hours, there was 0.8 millimeters of rainfall recorded at Point Slim. Winds brings May's total to 112.8 millimeters. Now let's go to the public forecast for today and tonight for Green Leader, Carriacou, and Peter Martinique. Weather is expected to be partly cloudy and windy, with few light to moderate morning and nighttime showers. The maximum temperature is between 31 degrees Celsius, with winds coming from the east-northeast to east-southeast at 13 to 23 miles per hour, gusting high at times. Seas are expected to be moderate, with waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. A warning is issued for small craft advisory. Tides are currently falling to low this morning at 10 o'clock. The right is a high at 30 minutes past 4 this afternoon. They will fall to low again at 15 minutes past 9 tonight. Sunset this evening is at 24 minutes past 6, and sunrise tomorrow morning at 15 minutes to 6. Just to recap, as the public forecast for today and tonight for Green Leader, Carriacou, and Peter Martinique. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy and windy, with few light to moderate morning and nighttime showers. From the meteorologist at the Bishop International Airport, this is Eugene.
Thank you, Eugene. Have a wonderful one, bro.
Thank you, same to you.
Great, bye-bye. It's Real FM Radio in the morning.
You gotta be careful.
You gotta be careful.
You gotta be careful.
You know, sometimes in life you're just chilling and you're thinking about your friends and then you buck up on one friend and you say, oh, you know how that friend they're rolling, that is not how friends should roll. Do you understand? And especially when friend kind of second guessing you and thing. Kind of doesn't really like that, but that's okay. I just careful, that's all.
Who wants to save 30%? Everybody! Now more than ever, Flow understands the need to make your dollar stretch. Our new bundles can help you save 30% off your current bill. Plus, get a free speed upgrade on your in-home internet. Simply add your mobile to your current home services account and save 30%. It's easy. Sign up now and save. All on the most reliable fixed and mobile network on island. Visit a Flow store or call us at 1-800-804-2994 for more information. Flow, it only gets better. Terms and conditions apply.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Green's Concept introduces the latest innovation in air conditioning technology in Grenada, providing the most energy efficient, environmentally friendly air conditioning units in Grenada. Using a natural refrigerant, our air conditioning unit systems are up to 40% more energy efficient than the current units used in the Grenadian market. Powerful cooling while using less electricity and very inexpensive. That means more money in your pocket. We offer free delivery to all locations of installation and installed by top quality trained professional engineers with over 20 years experience in the business. Contact Green's Concept 417-5460 or 442-1663. Email greensconcept@gmail.com. At Green's Concept, we cool you and the planet.
Green's Concepts announces special prices on 18,000 and 24,000 BTU units. You have been saving on power, now save on prices. Call us today.
I'm Shadell Naya Compton of Belmont Estate, and I've worked in the tourism industry in Grenada for 20 years, and I just love what I do. When COVID-19 halted business and I had to close my doors, it was so painful. Loss of income, loss of guests, loss of staff. Today, there's light again because of the COVID-19 vaccine. I listened to the scientists and to my trusted friends in the medical profession. I took the vaccine to get back to work and back to life. And because I care for myself and for each of you, I am only one. But together, we can get there.
With more! With the NLA's Daily Cash Fall! Every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won! It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway, St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials, including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel, and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens, and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&N Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices, or call us 444-6757, Hope 440-6757, Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&N Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Water, Earth's purest, life-sustaining resource, can easily become contaminated by environmental conditions. NAWASA continues to improve the quality of its water supply through state-of-the-art water treatment systems and trained, experienced staff. NAWASA preserves our health and quality of life. NAWASA, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Good morning, consumers. Welcome to WaterWise, a production of the National Water and Sewerage Authority, NAWASA. Thank you for joining us. I am Wendy Chateau. Residents of Blaise have expressed gratitude for the Carrier to Blaise pumping project, made possible by the support of the government of Japan under Japan's Grant Assistance for Grassroots Human Security Projects, GGP. As we've shared with you on our previous programs, residents of the Blaise community were challenged during the dry season as the reservoir, which has an average 6-day supply, runs out, requiring water to be trucked to maintain supply. Some residents took the opportunity at the launch of the project to share their appreciation.
Thank you for NAWASA and the government of Grenada, and I feel very good for having the water because I suffered for such a long time. For the time I'm growing up in Blaise, I'm going for water in the back of St. Philip, I'm falling, I have to go back, creep on my bottom with the bucket of water. I see a lot of trouble, so I'm very, very glad, especially for Miss Louise. I know she tried very, very hard with us to get the water. We are going in Cobbery and wash. When the time I reach up the hill, my back tired with the clothes. We see a lot of trouble. I'm very, very glad for the water. And I'm making a lot of use of it. We're washing, we're doing everything, we're drinking and everything with the water. Thank you for the water. Okay.
I indeed want to say that, after all, water is life, So, who wouldn't be happy to have water, to access, so you have it regularly and consistently. And it's a happy moment for we all in the community. But, in everything in life, even though we are happy now, but sometimes we have situations that create challenges, and sometimes we may not be so happy. I'm very happy for Miss Cape and everybody, every day, the ambassador, and also all who helped in terms of bringing this to a success. I want to say thanks to them, and I ask God's blessing upon them that they will continue to help people as they do for us in our community. So I just want to say thanks for those who create the initiative that we should get the water as we have it. And we hope that we'll continue with the good works in helping humanity, because that's what God expects us anyway to be doing to one another, to help one another. He blesses us that we should bless others with our gift, our talent, what we have in whatever way. So I want to say I'm happy in a very special way.
Over the past decade, our community faced many water challenges, from having no water in the standpipes periodically to depend on a water truck whenever they served. However, today, and as a member of this community, it brings me great joy and happiness to commemorate the start of a new water journey and the end of a water crisis here in our beloved community, Upper St. John's and Blaise. Our most esteemed minister, Honorable Kate Lewis, Honorable Delmo Thomas, NAWASA employees, and other officials in this community, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. We all know that water is a precious commodity to mankind, and today we thank God for His mercy and blessings to us that we are able to get water abundantly. We want to say thank you. I want to especially commend our beloved Minister, Honorable Kate Lewis, for her tremendous efforts she had made to ensure that we get supply of water. She is kind and hardworking, always there to help whenever and wherever. She never disappoints anyone, and whenever a worthy cause is brought to her, she will help. So on behalf of myself and the community, we say a special thank you. Furthermore, Nawasa and the workers, we say a special thank you for the tremendous effort made to bring this success of water to the community. Thank you.
Miss Ann Thomas, Mr. Daniel Charles, and Miss Patricia DiQuarto speaking to their gratitude for the solution to their water challenges with the Carrietta Blair's pumping project. And that's our program this morning. On behalf of the rest of the team at Nawasa, I am Wendy Chateau, wishing you a productive day. Don't forget, if you haven't already done so, to go follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay connected.
Water, Earth's purest, life-sustaining resource, can easily become contaminated by environmental conditions. Nawasa continues to improve the quality of its water supply through state-of-the-art water treatment systems and trained, experienced staff. Nawasa preserves our health and quality of life. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway, St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials, including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel, and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens, and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&M Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices, or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&M Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
I'm Shadell Naya Compton of Belmont Estate, and I've worked in the tourism industry in Grenada for 20 years, and I just love what I do. When COVID-19 halted business and I had to close my doors, it was so painful. Loss of income, loss of guests, loss of staff. Today, there's light again because of the COVID-19 vaccine. I listened to the scientists and to my trusted friends in the medical profession. I took the vaccine to get back to work and back to life. And because I care for myself and for each of you, I am only one. But together, we can get there.
With more, with the NLA's Daily Cash Fall. Every day, with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Treat yourself from head to toe with A1 hair, skin, and beauty products from Sarah's Hair and Beauty Supply Store, located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville, close to the New Testament Church. Want to achieve that classy Instagram model look? Come visit us at Sarah's Beauty Salon. We offer expression, pre-stripped, and antibacterial braids, forelocks, jerry curl, deep wave, yaki weave. Knit front wigs are also available, both synthetic and human hair. Of course, we offer a collection of extensions, Brazilian 100% human hair and Peruvian 100% virgin remedy. We provide our customers with the finest nail care products, eyelashes, do-rags, razors, shaving products, and weaving needles to keep you stylish and popping. Visit Sarah's Hair and Beauty Supply Store today, and remember, we treat our customers with the lowest prices nationwide and raging discounts store-wide. Sarah's Hair and Beauty Supply Store, where all your beauty wishes will most certainly be granted.
It is real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.drealfmgrenada.com. And I remember I told you that we have a guest this morning, and I didn't tell you who the guest was going to be, but yeah, I've got her virtually, I dare say. Yeah, that's how it is this day. So let me transition a bit here. And good morning to my dear friend, the Honorable Kate Lewis. How are you doing?
Good morning, Mr. Donald.
Everything.
I'm doing quite fine this morning, and let me say a special good morning to all our viewers and listeners across our Tri-Island state and also those in the diaspora, but an extra special good morning to my constituents of St. Andrew Northeast.
Well, two things here, which is sort of a, well, not sort, pure coincidence, but, such a startling coincidence. One, you're dressed in pink, which is the color of our studios. So that makes it really, really nice. So you're blending in really, really nice there. And also this morning, your name was mentioned on Waterwise in relation to the project in the Upper St. John Blaise area.
Blaise area,
yeah.
Yes.
So I believe
very
that
important project for these communities.
Well, let me tell you this. The interesting thing is, I when I heard that, and I'm like, okay, fine. So I'm having Kate this morning. So the best thing for me to do is to start right there. Kate, tell us about that project in the Blaise and the Blaise Upper St. John area. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tell us about that project.
Andre, this is a milestone project for these communities. For decades, many years, they have struggled with their water supply. They had to depend solely on Nawasa's water truck over the years for their water. And this project really started way back in 2015 with past parliamentary representative Honorable Roland Bowler, where they had the construction of the rainwater harvesting tank to, bring some ease to the water issues that the residents of Upper St. John's and Blaise face. But that alone did not solve the major issues. It did ease it, yes, because the rainwater harvesting plant allowed the residents to get water when the rainy season is on, but there was a greater challenge in the dry season. So what has happened for the past 3 years thereabout with NAWASA and with funding from the Japanese embassy, we saw the commissioning of that project where we had the construction of the water tank from Carrier and laying pipes from Carrier through Upper St. John's to the Blaise water tank. And as a result of that, you're able to connect every resident in those communities with pipe-borne water. So rather than having to depend on the water trucks, the standpipe where And the residents would tell you they would have to wake up in the wee hours of the morning, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, to get water from the standpipe. Now, what we are having, and as I said, it is a milestone achievement for the communities of Blaise and Upper St. John's there. A milestone achievement for NAWASA, for the government of Grenada, for me as the parliamentary representative, that these residents can now open the taps from their homes and get a consistent supply of water.
So tell us though,
So in a
I
nutshell,
remember
this is
I remember that there was a project in that same area which dealt with water harvesting. How does that, how do they complement each other?
Yes, well, that is what I indicated, that it started way back in 2015 with the rainwater harvesting plan. So because of the elevation, remember the location of these communities, the height, it was difficult to have a normal gravity flow of water like in other communities. So they had to depend heavily on NAWASA's water truck because the source of water was difficult for them. And as a result, the construction of the rainwater harvesting plant way back in 2015 allowed them to depend on rain to fill up that tank in Blaise that was constructed there and eventually to distribute the water to the residents. But this was not the end because they still face challenges with the water supply, especially in the dry season because the rainwater harvesting tank rarely got the water from the rain. But now with this system, what we are having, they're actually getting water from the Peggy's in Hermitage, I believe, and that is connected to the carrier tank that was just constructed and connected to the Blaise water harvesting tank that was constructed many years ago.
So in essence here, Kate, in terms of water, based on what you've rolled out, can we safely say that the needs of the people in those villages have been taken care of at this time? Are you satisfied that that is the case?
Definitely, and I can tell you, last Wednesday I visited the community just to have a chat with residents, to understand how they are feeling now that we have solved an old age issue of the water problems. And one of the gentlemen said, he said, Miss Kate, I got my first water bill. So he's happy that, that the water system, the issues that they face, the challenges over the years has been solved. And what we did to, make it easier for the people, the payment of the water connection, we did that for them through the Government of Grenada's Needy Assistance Program. Mm-hmm. So all the residents who have applied, who have been qualified for that, we paid the water connection. So they are receiving a consistent supply of water. One lady said to me, she's about maybe in her 70s, thereabout, and all her life she never had water in her home from the pipes. What they had was collecting drums of water from the truck, from the standpipe and so. So I can tell you this is an issue that has been solved. I remember as well during my election campaign, when I visited the area, that was the main concern, Ms. Kate, the water. And I'm very happy that we have really crossed that hurdle and the residents can stand up and testify to how they are now benefiting, how they are now happy that they are moved from such a water crisis to what we all enjoyed because of our location. So yes, Andre, you are correct. This is a problem that has been solved, but as I indicated, it is the solution started way back in 2015 with former parliamentary representative. However, we did not give up. We continued, and we must recognize NAWASA for the consistent and the effort that they really made to seek the funding from the Japanese embassy and to partner with us, to work with us. I remember in the commissioning of that project, Mr. Husband said, well, Minister Lewis, the frequent calls, it will now decrease. And I said, well, yes, because we have actually solved the problem. There were weeks the residents were going without water when the trucks did not get up. You know, sometimes they had challenges to get to the water tank in Blaise to fill it up. And we worked together, Andrew. It was a partnership with the residents, you know, and I thank the residents of Upper St. John's and Blaise for their patience over the years. But we are quite satisfied now that this old age crisis has been solved.
Well, congratulations on that. Now the question begs to be asked here. Two things here. Now people have more time on their hands, Kate, because they don't have to go looking for water. You've brought water. What are you creating for them to do with the time now that they have? They have more time on their hands, which means that they can use this positively. What are you creating in that area so they can use that time in a constructive manner?
Right. So I have indicated to the residents there, with having a better and consistent supply of water, it can give rise to more economic activities. So here now we can see the creation of small businesses, you know, that would have been a challenge for them before not having the consistent water supply. So this is where we are moving to encourage the residents now to set up more small businesses in the area. I know one resident is already looking to do pig farming, you know, they will do poultry rearing. These are things now that they can comfortably bring to their communities and have the residents benefit from that. So what we're looking here to do is to increase the economic activities through entrepreneurship.
Great. Well, I love to hear that. Let us now move on, because we are where we'd have started would have been at the top of your constituency, because there's no point in your constituency that is higher than the Blaise area. So you have started at the top and we're going to flow down. What's happening in Carrier? What's taking place in that little village there? Any special thing taking place there right now?
Yes, we have the best road in Carrier that we started about a year ago. And just 2 days ago, the officer from the Ministry of Works indicated that the tendering process was completed for the completion of the Blaise Road, and to indicate to the contractor that he must come to sign. So I know the best road in Carrier, the completion of that road will soon start. And that is one of the initiatives as a result of the calls of residents, you know. We started it, but when the rain falls, it is difficult for them. And we have that challenge all over, but I'm happy to say that we are bringing that concrete road there, completing it now to the residents of the best area in Carrier. There are some other initiatives that we are partnering with the Carrier Development Organization. For example, the bathroom and toilet for the Carrier playing field. Now, the Carrier playing field is frequently used by the residents there. Their usage have been hampered because of the whole COVID pandemic and having to avoid social gathering and so for the past year, it has not been active. But we are working with the community organization in Carrier. We have provided them with all the materials and supplies that they need in order to construct that toilet there. So when we can gather again, when it is safe to do so, and they're having activities at the Carrier playing field, they would have washroom facilities as well.
The Carrier playing field, is that the same one down close to Marcel Peters, where he used to live? Is that the one you're talking about?
Yes, exactly, right at the back of Marcel Peters there.
All right, there was some development that had to take place. Did it take place? And if not, what's your timeline on it?
Well, we're starting with the amenities, the facilities there. And there are some drainage issues that we must deal with first. And because this is a playing field that is frequently used for sport, football, cricket, and so, and they do a lot of night sports, we are looking to do the lighting as well. So once we can get past that hurdle where we have to deal with the drainage issue, we are looking to do the lighting of that playing field as well. We did partner with the Grenada Cocoa Association about 2 years ago. They wanted part of that area there to have a cocoa processing station where they can buy and sell the cocoa and so. Because many people from Upper St. John's, Carrier, they traverse this road there to go all the way to Sates to sell and to buy and sell the cocoa. So what happened now, we did partner with the Grenada Cocoa Association to have that cocoa plant there. And these are all initiatives aimed at, developing the area itself.
So is it a fact that you're going to have that buying and selling point for dry cocoa in that area? Is a fact it's going to come
It is
through?
actually in operation already, Andre.
How long has that been happening? Do you remember?
About 2 years now.
Well, that's great. That's wonderful. So what else is going to take place in Carrier? We have touched on the playing field. We understand that, it's going to be developed, or it's being developed as we speak. What is next?
Right. So, Andre, we have just completed a series of polling division meeting with people in the different villages and so. And we have received, suggestions from the residents there as to issues where we need railings and so to protect people or drivers from when they are driving. Basically road improvements again, and that is basically what the residents are asking for, consistent infrastructure improvement and so forth. So based on that, because we always listen to the concerns of the people, they will best tell us what the needs are, and that is what we have been doing. So we have met with them. We do that on a consistent basis, and whatever the requests are, once it's within our purview, we try our best to meet it. So it's just a matter of consistent infrastructure development for the area.
All right, so we've gone down the Carrier side. Let's track back a bit, go back up a bit, and let us now go down into the Herman area, into Congo Town. That area, that's your constituency still, right?
Yes, an area that
Yeah, tell us what's happening there.
Always visit the residents there. It's a very small area. Some people might say it might be dismal, it might be out of the normal location and so, but generally, as I said, meeting with residents there, just a few infrastructural development that needs to take place there in terms of the drainage, constructing a storm drain so you'd have easier flow of water and so to prevent, water settling that can lead to the breeding of mosquitoes and so. So it's just mainly improvement in terms of the infrastructure, road development and drain construction and so, and that is what we have been working on.
All right. Now, does your constituency, it stretches as far as Pearls, the playing field and so on?
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
So then the question for you then, there has been conversation about the construction of the new secondary school in Pearls, correct? Yeah, you were aware of that. What can you tell us? Where are we with that? Understanding, of course, that COVID plays a part in everything. Where are we with that? What can you tell the parents of students who are attending that school? And most of all, what are you saying to the teachers and the principal in relation to what has been promised?
Yes, so we have met with the teachers of the Grenada Christian Academy. We met with the parents as well, and we did so together with the funding agency, the Caribbean Development Bank, who will be funding the construct the new school there, partnering with the Ministry of Education. We met was to look at the assessment of the area, residents indicating what happens during a hurricane, what will happen, just to ensure that the environmental aspect is was looked at. Gone past that, the designs of that new school is already completed. It was shared with residents and so, and we are actually moving into the tendering stage for that project, where we invite people to tender, construction companies to tender and so. And based on discussion with the Minister for Education, we believe that in the last quarter of this year, actually construction should begin on the new school for the residents of Grenada Christian Academy.
What sort of a buzz you think will be created? The fact that not only is it's a new secondary school, but it's a completely different location. It's closer to the playing field, and you know it makes so much sense in relation to where they are located right now. What buzz are you feeling in that area?
Okay, so once you have that level of construction anticipated to take place in any community, any area, you expect to see the spin-off effects. So first of all, there will be a huge amount of labor that will be required. So you would see direct as indirect benefits to the people of that community and also the surrounding community of Pearls. Because construction in itself, the nature of construction, you need the workers, you need the workers at different skill level to participate in the actual construction. So we know that the employment opportunities that will be created will be very good. It will be short-term, medium-term, and long-term employment created there, and that is one of the major impacts of construction at that level, because once you can get people employed, you are actually creating an income for them. And that is direct employment. But what about the indirect employment that will be created with the vendors, the food vendors, and so who will be supplying the needs of the construction workers, the skilled men, who will be in that area, all those involved in that process of the construction of the new school. But not only in terms of the employment, but when you look at the morale, when a new school being constructed in the middle of a rural community, it will boost the morale, the values of the people in that community. It would signify the importance of education and quality education of, the people in that community. And this is some of the things that we expect to see happening there. Parents saving on transportation costs, no longer have to go to Grenville. Though we have that the Grenada Christian Academy existing there now, but it is relatively small, catering for a small number of students. But now we'll be able to have more students being catered for with a new school. We will have greater facilities, as you indicated. The Pearls playing field is right there. We also have the basketball court that we recently retrofitted and lit it up, and so so it would just give the whole enhancement, the whole development of the Pearls community. And again, this is what we need. And when we speak about improvement in quality of lives, is creating the right environment so that people can see, how they can benefit from these initiatives, these investment initiatives, Andre.
Yeah, let's shift into the La Poterie area. And once you go into La Poterie, what stands out for everybody is the playing field now turned into, or being slowly transformed into what will be a mini stadium in the La Poterie area. Speak to us about that.
Yes, so the La Poterie playing field development, again, this project started, let's say, late 2017 there by former parliamentary rep. Again, once we start something, we move on, we continue. I continued the project. Again, we work hand in hand. I work hand in hand with the parliamentary representative to ensure that, his dream for that area is realized. And what we are seeing there is that the playing field is ready. It is a 300-meter field there, and it's used for cricket, it's used for athletics, and so. And with the construction of the bleachers, the retaining walls, and so the toilet facilities, as you said, it will be transformed into what we will call a mini stadium, where we can, have the residents enjoy that facility there. And that facility does not only serve the people of La Poterie, but the people of Tivoli and Conference again. The cricketers in that area, they will benefit a lot, and they have actually started benefiting from that project that really, it is a project that costed over $1 million and so on. We still not finished with it yet, so we know that more cost is added. But what we are really doing is bringing about quality infrastructure to our people so that they can see the improvement in the community and their life and livelihoods as well. Because when we develop playing fields like that, Andre, again, it's really, you could see the spin-off effect, the direct and indirect benefits to the community. You have activities there. Once we get back to pre-COVID time, once we get back to, social gathering and so, when it's safe to do so, then we can have greater activities taking place there, bringing about revenue generation to the people within the communities.
In the construction of that facility, in the development of that facility, did you and your team take into consideration that, yes, we are catering here for the adults, but there are going to be children who are not normally going to be focused on the football or focused on the cricket. They want to do their own thing. Did you create space for them? Did you do something for them?
There is enough space, and we have actually started discussing a playground for the children. We know the La Poterie area is a highly populated area with children, and so we are discussing a playground area right around there for the children. The area can cater for it, so not only catering for the adults, but for the children as well, because when the adults go to the activities, of course, the children will be there, and we want to have activities that the children can enjoy. So we are looking at a playground for the children in that area as well.
We know that there is a hardcore facility at Tivoli. But it is no secret that Tivoli and La Poterie don't necessarily mix the best way we want it to all the time. That's no secret. Everybody knows that. We want them to be good. Most times they are good, but sometimes, things happen. Do you have plans to put hardcore facilities down in that said area?
Okay, so whatever I do, Andre, it is in in discussion with the residents. We sit, we discuss, what do you think is best for you? And so far, we have not heard any requests for a basketball court in that area, but it does not mean that the need or the requests will not come in the future. And what we always do is facilitate the needs of the people. So if later on the residents, feel that they want to get more into basketball, so far they focus on football, they focus on cricket in that area. But if later on they decide, well, we want to focus on basketball, and so then we'll work together to make it happen. But as for now, we have not gone to that point where we discuss basketball for the residents there.
Real 91.9, 91.5, www.drealfmgrenada.com. Speaking to Minister Kate Lewis this morning on the program. It is Real Expressions, but this part of it is on Wednesdays is dubbed as Political Wednesdays. Yeah, so we talk the politics and the social development of communities of different areas. And this morning we're zeroing in on the constituency of St. Andrew Northeast, which is represented in Parliament by none other than Kate Lewis. Skeeter is in there somewhere. We're gonna find where was
Skeeter. Skeeter is my name, Andre. Skeeter is my name.
Is it on your birth certificate?
Definitely. Actually, it's my second name, but when you grow up, people call you by the name that they like best. Okay. So I grew up as Skeeter. I used Skeeter throughout my school life up until I got to Form 5 in secondary school, and they said, well, you must register for CXC with the first name that is actually on your birth paper, and that is where Kate started. But I never really gave up Skeeter, so Kate was just used for official means, and so on, and everybody just me as Skeeter. And actually, I love Skeeter. I have moved more to Kate because of the field I'm in, but those who know me, those who have been very close with me, they continue to call me Skeeter, and it's a name that, it's on my birth paper, my second name, but that's the name I grew up with, Andre.
Well, all it takes is a couple of dollars, or better still, here's what, it's not going to cost you anything. Are you going to St. George's today?
Not today. Today
Okay.
is my constituency day.
All right, next time you go to St. George's, there's a guy called Peter David. Give him a look up and say, hey, I want to make Skeeter my first name. He will draw up the documents and work through one of the chambers and make sure that happens to you free of cost. No big deal. So check out the guy. Peter David is his name, I think. All right.
Okay, but it's not necessary right now, though.
Oh, it's not necessary right now. Okay, fine.
No.
Here's an interesting thing coming from someone who is abroad. And the person speaks to the development of these projects. However, what they want to find out, what is in place for long-term maintenance of these projects. You can build these projects, you can have them. And if there's no maintenance, then in a couple of years, you wonder, well, what the heck is that? Where did all this money go? So do you have with your team, as you build all these, social projects for people to make use of, maintenance? Is that part of the thingy?
Andre, if you invest in these projects and you have no maintenance in place, obviously it will not worth it. Because what will happen, you would see a misuse of these facilities. So before we officially open projects, we ensure that we have someone or a team of people maintaining the facilities. So even with the La Poterie playing field development that is, almost completed, still ongoing, we do have someone maintaining the grounds in that facility there. So we always try to do that. Whatever facility we do, in some cases, the maintenance is done by a community organization. It might be done by the football group, but in some cases, we pay for maintenance of the areas.
Here's one on my phone, and the person is speaking to contracts being given out. For instance, the Grenada Christian Academy, that of course will go to a particular contractor, and that contractor may believe that the best thing to do is to subcontract out different aspects of the construction of the facility. Now, what the person is saying here, that when this happens, when these subcontractors, they bring in their workers from different places, and as a result of that, the local workers, the workers in the vicinity, they don't get a chance for employment. How are you going to mitigate against that?
So this is an issue that we always discuss. And while we have a procurement rule in place in terms of how contracts are awarded and so, what we try to do at the end of it all is to, have that relationship with the contractors, those who ever win those bids and so, and indicate to them the reason why it is important to engage residents in the area. So it's actually a relationship, and we have not had many issues in the past. Some of the challenges that we have faced, though, is some of the residents who, we encourage to be part of that construction process, and so sometimes they do not take up the opportunity. But we always develop a relationship with whoever the contractors are. There are some areas of skills that they must bring in particular laborers, particular skilled men and so. So we have no control over that. But when it comes to, the ordinary skills that, we can find within the communities, we do have a relationship where we encourage them, and normally we do not have a challenge with them to engage residents in the communities during the construction process.
Okay, so that is basically being taken out. Here's a question coming from one of our viewers, I think. Yeah. Youth is now under the PM's ministry. So we have shifted now from your constituents. We may go back to it, but we have shifted a bit.
We have to. Which part?
Yeah, we will go back. But here's the question. Youth is now under the PM's ministry, but you still have responsibility for youth affairs. How has this shift impacted your vision for youth in Grenada? I like that question.
Yes, and I think it's a very, very good question as well, because what we must understand that while we have our plans and our projects and our vision for youth, experience plays a key factor. So being under the Prime Minister's ministry now, what we are really benefiting from is his knowledge and experience throughout the years. So now we have to understand that, yes, we may want to engage youth in a variety of initiatives, because we know young people, we always want to get them active in programs and projects. But when I sit with Prime Minister, he would always, drill into me that whatever program or projects you are coming up with for our young people, the impact, the long-lasting impact is what you must first assess and determine before you run with a project. Yes, it is always good to, get our young people active temporarily, so that's what they like. But that, again, is just temporary benefits. What would be the long-term benefits? So now when we sit to come up with programs and projects, we look to see how it can benefit our young people in the long term and help them on that sustainable path towards their future. So it is a benefit because of the experience that we are receiving from his expertise.
I get the feeling here, Kate, based on what you've just said, that the Prime Minister is really and truly hands-on with his youth ministry. Of course, it's yours, you're there, but he's really hands-on in terms of making sure that things are done properly for young people, correct?
Definitely. We meet every week to discuss the updates, what we are doing, and to get his guidance on and direction in moving forward. So he's hands-on and he's fully aware as to what we are doing, and whatever we do, his blessings, we must receive it.
All right, so let's go back to Paradise, because I heard you mention, hey, we ain't finished yet, we got to go to Paradise. I know that something is happening at the community center. What is it? In the Pearls area?
You have to be careful. Paradise, right now, we do not have a community center.
So it's the Pearls
we have
one.
used. Say that?
As I was saying, so it's the Pearls Community Center then, the area they used to call the Bullpen?
The Pearls Community Center.
Is there something to take
Community Center. And yes, this is a project that I'm happy to speak about, and it is a project that is developed under the Ministry of Youth, a garment production cooperative. That is what we are doing there. But we know that that community center has always been used as a disaster shelter as well. We are not taking away that aspect of it. Okay, we are not taking away that aspect of it. So it will be used in twofold. But with the garment production cooperative, right, I was just wondering if you were hearing me.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
With the garment production cooperative, over the years, we have trained many of our Imanis in garment production, CVQ at the CVQ level, fashion designing, and so. And as we speak about transition, we are actually transitioning them from the Imani into a garment production cooperative. And Pearls will be the home of that cooperative there. So it is actually a sewing cooperative with the specific target of uniforms, school uniforms and other uniforms used in government departments and so forth. So right now, our participants who are current Imani trainees, they are doing, they are trained in specialized sewing, harmonious making of clothes, and so, because when you producing uniform, it must be standardized to a particular level. So that is what they are actually trained in now at the commercial level. And we also have the refurbishment of that center taking place. So we expect within the next month or two that we'll be moving in there to see the actual factory style making of school uniforms. We are catering for the people who benefit from the back to school vouchers, so they can go to that center, that sewing cooperative there, and collect their school uniform for the different schools within the parish or the nearby parishes as well.
So what amount of, give us an idea of the amount of monies that government is looking forward to spending on that particular project?
So far, in terms of retrofitting the center, we have spent over 100,000. In terms of training, the training is ongoing. In terms of purchasing of the commercial machines and so it would be in the range of $500,000 to $1 million investment there in our young people to have that sewing cooperative up and running.
You pointed to a fact, Kate, that the center, meaning the Pearls Community Center, is also an emergency shelter.
Yeah.
How you spoke of using about $100,000 in terms of retrofitting the place. Have you taken that into consideration? Because when if a disaster hits and people have to go there, all sorts of foolishness can happen. Materials can go missing and equipment can get damaged. Have you done stuff to deal with that?
Definitely. When we are looking at the retrofitting, when we started to look at the retrofitting, we, the players of the Ministry of Youth, is not us actually doing that work. It's the engineers at the Ministry of Infrastructure. So we have the engineers who would assess buildings and determine what happens for an emergency shelter. They are the same ones who will do the scope of work in terms of the retrofitting of that center. So understanding what we want, we tell them what we want, it has to remain a hurricane shelter while we are able to get to use it for the sewing cooperative. So they design it in such a way that once it has to move from the sewing aspect into an emergency shelter, it would be a smooth transition.
Wonderful. Here's one. A lady is saying here on social media, "Morning, I have two daughters that are doing fashion designing at Newlow. I would like to see them enroll in that garment production company. How can that be done? Or do you already have people and you don't need any more?"
No, well, we are just starting off, and we are starting with 25 Imani trainees who have already received their CVQ in fashion designing and sewing and so forth. That is what we're starting with. But as we expand to grow, we expect to expand and grow the business, and eventually new people can come in for training, for internship, and eventually to seek employment.
Okay, so then the door is open. So who does the person get in contact with? Do you have anybody they can call and sort of put something on file?
So right now, the sewing cooperative, the members, everything is under the Division of Youth. Okay. But once we get into the cooperative formation aspect, it will be independent from the Division of Youth. Hopefully, that is where we are heading. It would be a cooperative, and they would have to manage and operate on their own and put these structures in place. But if the person wants to get in contact now at present, it will have to be with the Division of Youth.
So they can contact the Division of Youth and be guided accordingly?
Yes.
Right, great. There's something that you spoke about, and I'm going to bring it back up because I don't think we touched on it enough. And it has to do with the fact that you indicated to us that Paradise does not have a community center.
Yes, yes. For many, many years, we have used a building that was privately owned, formerly known as Saltfish Hall. It was used for community activities, for parties, for everything. And it was actually at one point called the Paradise Community Center. Mm-hmm. But really and truly, it was not an official Paradise Community Center. And residents of the community, I was born and raised in Paradise, so I know we have always asked for our own community center. And as the MP, and one of the things I started to do was to look at how best we can have a community center in the area. And we started looking at areas within the community that might best suit it. And then we're looking at lands, but we do not have any available government lands there for that purpose. But what happened though with the construction of the new school for Paradise, the preschool that is, for Paradise at the back of Progress Park there, the existing building that is currently used as a Paradise preschool, it is our plans now to transform this into the community center. But it would not just be a community center, it would be Paradise Community Resource and Library Facility. So we are going more than just a community center now.
Where is that located?
That is located just at Paradise Junction there. If you go down by Susan there, the existing Paradise preschool.
I'm not from Paradise.
As you enter in Lakabeke, okay, right on the traffic light, Andre.
Yeah.
If you go into, based on the direction you're coming from, right or left there.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
am I going towards the airport? Or am I
Andre, you're heading. Okay, let's say you're coming from the Sates side.
Yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
and you reach the wrong spot, you'd have to go around and go to your right inside that entrance to what we call Lakabeke.
Right. I got you. Yeah, I got you now. I understand where it's going to be. All right. So, and how soon do you expect that?
We have the existing Paradise preschool,
Mhm.
but a new school was constructed for them, so we'll have that building there to serve that purpose.
And does that building belong to government? The building and lands belong to government, yeah?
Yes.
So Paradise people would expect that building to be transformed, retrofitted for that purpose.
Yes, definitely.
Good.
Definitely. And that building again will be serving both St. Andrew Northeast and Northwest, because Paradise, we have it's split between Northeast and Northwest.
All
so
right.
it will be Paradise Community Center, Library and Research Facility.
All right. Well, you've just said to us that the children in Paradise will be crossing the bridge and going to school at Progress Park.
At the back of Progress Park.
Yeah, which is not necessarily your constituency.
Definitely not.
You're
Based on the
trespassing.
electoral boundaries,
Yeah, you're
it would be
trespassing now.
southeast. So, but these things are minor
Mhm.
when it comes to development of our people.
Okay. Now, bring us up to speed onto what was built behind the pavilion at Progress Park, because it's going to serve your constituency also. Yeah?
Yes, it is a new preschool to serve the residents, and that preschool now it is, a catering for the era that we're in, the technological era that we're in. New facilities in terms of the toilets, in terms of the sitting arrangement, the playground area, the safety and security for the children. So it is really a modernized facility for learning for preschoolers.
Okay, well, let me give you a statement here, and I trust you would love to hear this one, Kate, and somebody who's known here as Lennox, and he says, a very beautiful young lady. How long is she planning to serve in government? She is a very good example for youth in Grenada and everywhere, forever.
Thank you very much, Lennox. I do appreciate that. Service to our people is based on, the people. It is the people determining. You have been doing an excellent job. Yes, I'm prepared to go as long as the people believe and as long as God has selected me to be there to serve the people.
Here's another one. Can the minister say if there's any thought or discussions, if that was given for the community center at the cultural center facility? Well, that is where I was going to go next. Speak to us, Kate, about the development of the Simoon Cultural Center. It is something not just your constituencies are waiting. The entire country is waiting once again when we can go to Simoon and semifinals running at Simoon's. We're waiting for that. Tell us what's going to happen and where you at.
So, Andre, I always say to people, this is a project that I am passionate about, and passionate for various reasons. Being a resident of Paradise, Simon being my neighbor, it's in my back door. It was a area that growing up we frequently visited when there were cultural activities there. We look forward to the Melody Papitet semifinals every time. But it's not just going for the entertainment aspect of it. It was a revenue generator for many families in that area, including my family. I remember my dad, during those times, he would have a bar on the outside plus a bar on the inside because, raising that revenue there again, that is what helped us economically and so forth with our basic needs. So I understand the impact of having that center there, that cultural center, and how we benefited as a people. And I want the people now to realize that same benefit. So a lot has been done. Yes, a lot of talk has been done as well in terms of getting it back. But when you indicate that you're bringing back a project, when you start to discuss it, there are a lot of things that must go in before you can see the actual construction. And I think what we have to do is to, more educate our people as to the processes, the procedures from conception to actual construction. Because you will hear people saying, well, so long they talk about that, so long, but the process is actually a long process if you want to get something good going. But I must say from the time I came in, we have started. And what we started with in 2018 was the actual demolition of the old center. So the remains of the old center was there, and in 2018, we got rid of that. In 2019, we secured the area by fencing it, and we were hoping to start actual construction in 2020. So that is how we were going. But we must appreciate the fact that with COVID coming on stream, nobody prepared for it. It set us back a bit. So we are at the stage now, but we did not stop because during that period, we worked on the actual design, what we wanted from that project. And I met with the engineers who were responsible for designing that new facility that we're looking at, the minister at the time, Minister Cox at the time. We had several meetings. We actually met with the residents to get their input as to what they would like to see. Yes, we want to get back that same kind of, how it was before, what we know it to be the main pavilion and so, but we also have to remember that it is new times and we have to cater for other things. So all these were incorporated. So where we are now, we are about to start the tendering process. And the tendering process would normally take about 2 to 3 months there, but so we can guarantee, and we are hoping that before the year end, and I know the Ministry of Infrastructure, who has sole responsibility right now, together with the Ministry of Culture, they have indicated to us, that they were hoping that we could have completed that process and see actual construction starting in May. So we are in May, so I know the tendering phase is, ongoing at this point. And hopefully later on by June, July, August, but I say to people, by the end of the year, we are hoping to start the construction of at least the main pavilion, to begin the first phase of the return of the Simon Cultural Center.
You speak of the main pavilion. So are you saying that the design will be almost the same?
The design will be totally different, but with the main pavilion aspect of it, we try to keep it back to what we were accustomed to. So I'm speaking about the main pavilion, and it would give people the idea, as those of us who knew about the old cultural center, as to what it was. We're trying to maintain that same, design there to give us that same feeling that we had at that time, but it would be a totally different design completely.
All right, so I believe that we would, we would have touched on almost all your polling divisions. Am I correct, yeah? Or did you miss one, or did I miss one?
You missed a few actually, Andre, because you did not speak about Paraclete. Very small, but we still value them and we value the work we do there.
Yeah.
Last time we had a work conversation, I remember sometime maybe November, we were about to start the construction of the Paraclete Bridge. That is the upgrade and expansion of that bridge. Well, we have gone through that process. They are now enjoying a wider bridge that has pedestrian walkway and so forth, modern bridge at the Paraclete heading to the medical station in Paraclete right there. We have also completed the retaining wall that is heading to Blair with some extra work there. These things are necessary for the community. They have been asking for these projects for many years, and I'm happy that we are able to deliver on it. I know we just touched on Tivoli in terms of what we are doing there, but I must speak about the Tivoli Medical Center because, health is a serious thing for all of us, and we must speak to our people about health and what is happening. Sometime last year, our people, were displaced a bit because of the internal structural issues with the Tivoli Medical Center. And as a result, the center was recommended to be closed to avoid any issues for the residents or the people who use the center there. And they were asked to use the Hermitage Center. But what we did, because we currently or recently retrofitted the Homer Community Center, we were able to do additional retrofitting work to transform it into a temporary medical facility. We have completed that renovation and retrofitting. And what we are doing now, the building was ready about a month or two ago. But of course, the main nurse there, Nurse John, and we must give kudos to her. She has been pushing, has been calling to ensure we can get that center up and running. She was on holidays at the time, and now they are slowly moving into the Ahoma facility to provide medical services to the residents that would normally use the Tivoli Medical Center. So I just thought it was important that I speak to that issue because many people, they have been displaced, they have been inconvenienced. Though they have been relocated to Hermitage, it was an inconvenience for them. So what we did is to bring it to retrofit the Ahoma Community Center so that the people of the area can benefit.
Okay. Now tell us, what is going to happen with the Tivoli, the medical center at Tivoli? What's going to happen here?
Yes, so what will happen, the engineers will continue to do further assessment of the work that needs to be done. They have identified some movement with, the earth, some earth movement that is causing the internal structural issues. And so they will do further assessment and to see how we can correct that problem and to do all the work necessary so we can go back to have the Tivoli Medical Center as the main medical facility in that area.
All right, so I'm hoping now that we can move on to government's business. Have we touched every single one of your areas, Minister?
We have covered most of it, but we have a lot of things that we did. The residents know, the constituents know, we are always engaged. I have always engaged them. We've just completed a series of face-to-face meetings, of course, maintaining the protocols and so. And, in my constant walkabout. So we are okay. We can move on a little bit.
All right, but I must ask you this one, though. The going down into Conference in the Bay Road area, and then there's that road that takes you from the Conference Bay area. It takes you right into Tivoli. Do you have any plans in mind for the development of that road? Because I know you have a lot of farmers down there. Yeah.
And actually, we have started with the construction of that road there now because, it would make it easier for the farmers to transport their produce to and from the farm. So we have started work on that road, they connecting it and making it easier. So it's just about road improvement again. So this is something that will be ongoing.
All right, so let's get into some of the government's business, and here's a question for you in relation to government business. What new initiatives have been born out of the pandemic to engage, inspire, and benefit young people?
Okay, so in every crisis, we always look at the opportunities that are available for our young people. And well, for people in general, but as it relates to our young people, we have moved everything to a virtual platform. So we are now engaging our young people virtually. And what it means now, there is a focus on ICT in whatever we do. So with our Youth Bees program now, and I have met with the officer in charge, and I said, we have to encourage our young people to get involved in ICT businesses. We sit and we see people use the social media platforms as career opportunities. So we are actually re-looking our training areas for young people where they can use social media, digital platforms as career or content creators. So these are opportunities that we are using. And there are young people who already, they have that skills, and what they need is the resources. So we are putting together a package from the Youth Biz desk, the desk responsible for youth in entrepreneurship, to encourage them to take up opportunities where we can train them and eventually provide the financing. So training and financing in opportunities of ICT. So you'll see a greater focus with Youth Bees and ICT initiatives, so our young people can, benefit from careers in ICT now.
And next question here: what negative impacts do you think the pandemic had? Throat is giving problems this morning. The pandemic had or is having on the youth, apart from the obvious educational aspect?
Yes, our young people has been negatively impacted by the COVID. Our culture is that where we are, people that love to gather for different activities. So our young people, they have been, this aspect of gathering has been taken away from them. All of our activities that we did within the Ministry of Youth involved gathering of large numbers of young people. So you see, for the past year, moving into this year, we are unable to have our Youth Week, because Youth Week is where we brought young people together for health work, for entertainment purposes, education purposes. So we were unable to do that. And while we were able to move to the virtual platforms, it is not the same, because that physical connection is actually missed. So our young people have been impacted. But not only so in terms of the gathering. When we look at the amount of people who lost their jobs in the hotel industry, the tourism sector, it's mainly our young people who have lost their jobs. So yes, our young people have been negatively impacted by COVID, and we are trying our best to ensure that we can remain afloat. We can, keep our head above the water by engaging them as much as possible using the media platforms available in these times.
Real 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. Andre Donald here this morning, and of course speaking to none other than Skeeter Lewis. You like that one, right? Skeeter.
That's who I am.
Yeah, that's who you are. Let's leave it at that. Simply like that. I'm just looking here to see if there are any more questions that would have come in. I know you would like this one. Do you know a guy by the name of Denzel Thomas? He said you started his road, but you haven't completed.
let Mount Zion Studio know that once we start something is an indication that we have to continue. We cannot tell you exactly when we will continue, but we have started, and that is what is most important.
Okay. Here's one that's coming in on the WhatsApp here. Oh, it's not a question. This one is, Andre, please give my regards to the Honorable Minister. And that is coming from Ambassador Yolan Smith in Washington.
Hello, Ambassador Smith. Thank you very much. I saw Ambassador sometime in Grenville, maybe about a month ago. I was walking through and she was driving through and we got to say a quick hello.
Oh, okay. Well, I understand that she's back. She's going to be back pretty soon because she did take her first dosage of the vaccine here. So she has to come back in. I think maybe within the next couple of weeks or so, she has to come back in to have that second. So Ambassador.
Well, I am ahead of her because I'm fully vaccinated at this time.
Well, Kate, you and I could hang out, because I'm fully vaccinated too.
Yes.
So Yeah.
There are benefits of being vaccinated. I feel safe.
All right, here is Harold Douglas saying to you. Harold Douglas is from Moncraven in St. Patrick. And I'm going to read exactly what he says. He says, "Good morning, Kate. Very articulate. Wish you were, oh my God, wish you were the representative in St. Patrick." That is Harold, yeah? Harold is saying that he wishes you were the representative here, but he's also complimenting you on being very articulate. And here's somebody else saying, "Morning.
Thank you.
Minister Kate, you sung really, really great, and bless you, continue to do a good job." So it seemed like everybody fall in love with you this morning.
That is a good thing, I was just about to say that, I enjoy working with people. I enjoy what I do, Andre. And, when people could recognize what you're doing, it actually gives you the energy and the passion to continue. So, as I said, we work hard and we continue to do it for our people. But, that is just what we are accustomed to. So thank you. I thank all those who are appreciating what I'm doing.
Here is here's one from a constituent of yours. He lives in the area, in the Simon area. You know where those trees are, the special teak trees, the straight in the back road line?
Yeah, Simon back road.
Right, in the back road there. There's a guy who lives there and he says, "Okay, Andre, no commenters yet. I'm still doing my assessment on the minister." So I guess he is doing his assessment on you. And then he may have.
Well, I guess some people take longer than others, but that's okay.
That's all right. That's fine. Here's someone saying, "Oh, it's Harold again," saying that you have a great personality. So
thank you very much.
So you see, you've done very well for my TV. You see, my TV is looking good with you this morning. I told you that.
Andre,
yes?
No. I ensured me being on your TV there, ensured that it is looking good.
Yeah, that's what I said. Kate.
Okay, great.
That's what I said. Oh my God, you don't have to rub it in like that. Final question for you this morning. Okay, Here's Clever is saying, "Okay, very commendable minister. Roll up your sleeves to roll out the economy." All right? Okay. But here's what, yeah. And I'll bring it to what was a quote-unquote negative little issue for you, and I want to hear how you responded to it now. In good jest, you went out and you provided masks for nation's children. Unfortunately, everybody didn't see it the way you saw it in relation to not the production of the mask, but the branding of the mask. Looking at it now and looking at where you are at, Kate, speak to us about it. Speak to us about that. Because it was a down time for you.
What I would say is that the intention was basically to provide some sort of safety and security for our young people, school children at the time. And, of course, what we do, we we try our best to ensure that, we do it within rules, within regulations, and so forth, and I've listened to the comments, and I've listened to many people, even my prime minister, who indicated that, some things could have been done differently. And I always say to people, if we have to grow in anything that we're doing, we must be open to correction and learn. So I have taken on board, okay, the branding at the time was not necessary, and that is okay. But the intention, the purpose, still the same.
Still the same. Minister Lewis, I don't think that I can end on a better note, because I know that is something that you had to put to rest. I mean, yeah, you did put it to rest, but it's something you had to say, people, look, I did it, and I did it out of good thinking. You didn't like the branding. I apologize. I'm sorry. Let's move on. Let Kate Skeeter Lewis do her work. When you see, there's a guy in your in your constituency, the next time you see him, remind him for me, please, that I am still and will always be his senior. I'm speaking about none other than Claude Douglas. Let Claude know I'm still his senior. All right? Do that for me. Just say, look.
I will definitely pass on that message.
When you see him, say, look, Andre says he's still your senior. He would laugh, because he'd understand exactly what that means. Kate Lewis, I thank you very much for this morning. And I also take the opportunity to thank Senator Bola, because I did reach out to him and say, look, this is what I want to do. I want to speak to the ladies in the camp. And he said to me, best lady to start with has to be Kate. And I guess he kind of biased because that's his constituency. But it's great. I mean, you're wonderful this morning. Thank you ever so much, Kate. And do have yourself a pleasant day. Well, opportunity to wish all your constituents a happy day. You have that now. That's all.
Yes, so I want to say thanks to you as well for giving me the opportunity to be on your platform again. I know I'm always welcome to do so, but I'm happy for the opportunity to, engage you and to get my constituents and all the viewers and listeners who are paying attention to, bring about some information to them as to what has been happening within the constituency, within the ministry, and I thank each and every one of them. I always say, the support that I continue to receive from my staff at the constituency office, from constituents, from the staff at the Division of Youth. It is so important, to assist in the bringing of developmental initiatives to our people. So I'm very grateful for that. Today is actually constituency day. So in the next hour, I'll be heading down to the constituency office. And from there, I'll be making some turns throughout the constituency. That is what I normally do on constituency day. From the office, I go into different communities to sit and chat with people, and that will continue. It's something that is always ongoing. It is not only for election purposes, but it's something that I've committed myself to in order to bring about, excellent service, excellent, delivery to our people in terms of what I do. I do it with passion, I do it with pride, I do it with dignity. So good morning, everyone. Thanks for listening, and it was indeed a pleasure to be on this platform this morning. Have a blessed day.
Let me leave you with a smile, Kate. Maudlin says good morning. And I wouldn't tell you what else she says, because other people will be jealous. So I'll just say Maudlin says good morning.
And thank you.
All right.
And good morning to her as well.
Take care.
Thank you, Andre. Have a blessed day as well.
You take care, my dear. Bye-bye now. It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.drealfmgrenadiers.com. Stay with us.
I'm Shadell Naya Compton of Belmont Estate, and I've worked in the tourism industry in Grenada for 20 years, and I just love what I do. When COVID-19 halted business and I had to close my doors, it was so painful. Loss of income, loss of guests, loss of staff. Today, there's light again because of the COVID-19 vaccine. I listened to the scientists and to my trusted friends in the medical profession. I took the vaccine to get back to work and back to life. And because I care for myself and for each of you, I am only one. But together, we can get there.
When you think of Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, what comes to mind? A reliable financial institution that has stood the test of time. Maybe you think about the convenience and quality financial service they provide. Do you think about their readiness to help you retire, achieve your academic goals, build your dream home, buy the piece of land, or the elegant car? Or maybe the convenience of their different locations, Jubilee Street in Grenville, or the new outlet on Lucas Street in St. George's in the Derek Sylvester building. Maybe you always consider how they're always a phone call away, 442-8602 or 438-4228. They're also online, www.grenvillecreditunion.com. No matter what comes to mind, remember, Grenville Cooperative Credit Union is the best place to save and to borrow, working with you to make your brighter tomorrow.
There comes a time in every household when a loved one passes on, and we all need the support and guidance of a trusted friend. Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home has been your dedicated friend. And now, for your convenience and added financial ease, we introduce specially designed complete funeral packages from as low as $5,500. Same professional quality services, but now greater choices at the lowest possible prices. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. Conditions apply. Serving you from locations in St. George's, Grenville, and Carriacou. Call us at 440-2302 any time of day. Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home, continuing a tradition of excellence.
M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&M Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices, or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&M Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville, with their factory at Chantimel in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchens, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Energy management tips. Use air conditioning wisely. Close doors and windows in air-conditioned spaces. When ironing, ironing bulk. Do not overfill your refrigerator. Do not set the temperature too low. Clean the coils. Buy energy-efficient equipment and appliances.
Grenlec, serving the nation.
I'm Shadell Naya Compton of Belmont Estate, and I've worked in the tourism industry in Grenada for 20 years, and I just love what I do. When COVID-19 halted business and I had to close my doors, it was so painful. Loss of income, loss of guests, loss of staff. Today, there's light again because of the COVID-19 vaccine. I listened to the scientists and to my trusted friends in the medical profession. I took the vaccine to get back to work and back to life. And because I care for myself and for each of you, I am only one. But together, we can get there.
Well, just enough time for me to say goodbye. Catch you again tomorrow morning, God's will. Goodbye. Tomorrow morning, God's will, we've got for you our agricultural program. Fridays, that's going to be an open line situation. So join us. Take care. God bless. And you remember, don't do what you cannot do. Yeah, you might say, well, Andre, how can I do what I cannot do? Because you might try to do it. So I'm not even going to tell you, don't try to do it. Just don't do what you cannot do. Just put that out in your mind. And do not feel that you're less of a person if you did not achieve something that you set out to achieve. Remember that. Do not feel that you are less of a person if you set out to do something and you didn't achieve it. Don't feel bad. What you need to do is try again. Peace out. And I remember many, many years ago on Scott Street. Yeah, that's where we were. GBC, not N, GBC. I do it like this. Man gone.
I say we have to prepare